Looks like a pretty good group today. All right. Any new people here? No? Okay. All right. So today I have a kind of a special surprise. I have here, staying with us for a few days, Sifu Marilyn Cooper, who is a Grand Master Tai Chi, and she knows all of the internal Chinese martial arts. She's very quite proficient in Xingyi, Bagua, Tai Chi, and various styles of Tai Chi, and also has a very deep, a complete background in Shaolin. And she's been practicing for over 50 years. And she is here, and she's going to do something with us. I'm not quite sure, but she'll do something. And I'm sure you'll really like it. So let's get started. Let's sit up straight, hands on our laps. Take a few deep breaths. There's Marilyn in the background. Lower your shoulders, relax your shoulders. Tuck your chin in, and that helps raise the crown. Breathe deeply. We're going to take what we call Buddha breaths, or natural breathing. We're going to breathe in, expand ab, stomach. And as we slowly breathe out, we're going to contract the stomach and help push the air out of our lungs. And now let's take an opening breath, taking the hands, sweeping the hands up, palms up, overhead. Breathe in. Slowly exhale as we come down to your lap. And let's take one more opening breath. We're drawing up chi or energy from the earth, raising it overhead, bringing energy down from the heavens, slowly down, collecting some of that energy in the dantian, center of gravity of our bodies, and dissipating the excess back into the ground. Okay, bringing the hands up, we're going to open and close. Breathing in and out. Now remember, with these Qigong exercises, when you expand, you breathe in, and when you contract, you breathe out. Okay? Or when you stretch, another way of saying it is when you stretch, you breathe in, and when you relax, you breathe out. Now let's rotate each hand in opposite directions, striking back and down to the back with one hand, and rotating around and looking at the palm as you turn at the waist and look at your palm on one side or the other. Palm should be just a few inches away from the side of the head, and the back hand should be down, pushing back and down with the fingers pointing down. And you want to have a kind of roundness, which is called Pong Energy in Tai Chi. It's that roundness that allows us to maintain a powerful structure when we deliver a force or resist a force. All right. And so the exercise is rotating the hands in opposite directions. These are mirror images of each other, and pushing down, extending out, and turning and looking. As we breathe in and coming back, exhale to center. We could keep going from one side to the other, maintaining this Pong posture. And now see if you can feel the connection between your hands. This is called silk reeling energy. Imagine that you can feel one hand moving in one direction as the other hand moves in the other direction, as if you're reeling silk. Slowly, carefully, not going too fast, or you'll break the strand of silk. And if you go too slow, on the other hand, the silk will ravel around itself and break. One side to the other, feel that connection. This is really a neck exercise. So we're turning and looking back, And you can add something more to this by actually looking back, turning and stretching your eyeballs as you look to the side, looking back as far as you can to the other side. Okay, come back to center, holding that energy ball. Let's let the ball expand and contract. As you expand the ball, you're feeling like you're pulling against the gentle resistance as you're collapsing the ball. You imagine that you're compressing it, that you're pushing against the gentle resistance. Okay, and it's this feeling of resistance that connects all the meridians in your body. All right, so let's bring your hands down, take a few breaths, relax, check our posture. Are we sitting up straight? The shoulders relaxed, raise the crown. Are we breathing? Good. Coming up, holding the ball, open and close. All right. Now turn the ball over 180 degrees. Try to maintain that structure, the roundness, the shape. You be aware of follow the movement with your mind. And now I want you to pull to one side, turning at the waist, and you're pulling to the side of the fingers pointing at the lower hand of that side, and then rotate back to center, holding the ball. Turn the ball over 180 degrees, rotate to the other side. Stretch, inhale, back to center, relax, and keep going one side to the other. Try to maintain a pace that's in rhythm with your breathing. Focus your attention on the movement. Try not to get constricted. Try to keep your hands and arms in this round shape without bringing your hands too far in or too far out. So you want to be rotating these balls within your sphere. Okay. That's defined by where your shoulders are, or about where your shoulders are, one side to the other. This is your personal space, and this is the space that you're defending. Okay, now as we turn, we're going to turn to the holding the ball, and now we're going to push out with one palm, both fingers facing out. Twist the other hand, pull the elbow back and push to the side. Turning and twisting to the other side. So we've got all these rotations going. Constantly moving, right? Slow, relax. Changing directions, pushing to one side and the other side. Okay, some people have trouble with this. So if I do it sideways, it looks like this. Okay. Let's take a closing breath. Swooping up, pushing down, and come up and open, close. Okay, now rotating the hands again in opposite directions. We're going to push up and down, stretch. Stretch your spine, come back holding the ball. Rotate the hands in the opposite directions, push up and down. It's like you're holding a platter above your head. Remember to breathe as you stretch. And as you relax, coming back to that ball, you exhale. Okay, good. Open and close. Let's take a closing breath. Okay, now let's bring your, make two fists. The heart of the fist is up, and you draw back, holding your fist to your sides, right to your side, with the elbow straight back. All right, so this is starting position for this exercise. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hand, one fist up, and we're going to punch and twist right through the shoulder line, right? So this isn't coming around to the side. We're going to come up and straight out. And so as we punch, we're turning the fist over to the heart down, from the heart up to the heart down. And it's this twisting torsional energy that adds force to this movement. So a linear blow would be like this, but this is a spiraling force, and spiraling forces have more energy than linear forces. There's a lot of spiraling forces in Tai Chi, which add energy to the movement, all right? So as we punch out, we're going to kick contralaterally, and that means that we're going to kick out with the other leg. So it's right and left and right. Now, if you can't kick high, just kick as high as you can. Just go to your comfort level with this, right? Just kicking out and touching the ground with your toes, okay, it's perfectly okay. If you do this exercise every day, you get a little bit higher each time. Try to sit up straight. Okay, 1, 2, and the hands and feet should end at the same time. So you need to time these exercises so there's a cohesive movement starting and ending at the same time. Okay, good. And now down to the feet. Okay, so we started working from the neck, the eyes, the shoulders, the waist, and the spine, and now we're down to the legs, and now we're down to the feet. And you know this routine where you put your foot down, raise your heel, and rotate the heel back and forth. Do at least 8, with 2 sets of 8, or more if you like. I was waiting to mail a letter at the post office yesterday, and I did all these exercises while I was waiting in line. All right, put your foot down and rock from side to side. Side to side. See if you can get a full movement out of this, or as full as you can. Okay, the other foot. Put your foot down, rock from side to side. Okay, good. All right, so in the last few sessions, we've been doing Xing Yi, right? And in Xing Yi, you have 5 elements: metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. And we did metal, all right? We did metal, we learned that, we practiced some drills. We did I explained a few applications. We did water. Metal has a chopping motion to it. Water has a drilling motion to it. And then we did wood, and wood has a pounding feeling to it, all right? So all of these movements have different kinds of feelings, all right? So today we're gonna do another element, and we're gonna do the element of earth. earth has a crossing or filling in or crossing feel to it, all right? So we're gonna sit up straight, and we're gonna start with our opening metal move. So all of the 5 element forms start with opening metal. And so we come up and we start, make sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You really wanna feel the ground with this, even though you're using your hands. We're gonna do basically an opening breath. As we inhale and come down, fingertips together, pushing straight down to your thighs. Then what we're going to do is make 2 fists, put the knuckles together, and turn the fist over. Right? And we bring one fist, the right fist up into the chin and out straight. So now this is a rotation. It's not just up and out. It's down, down, turning the fist over, up and out. Then we put make the other fist on the crock of that elbow, all right? We open up both hands, and the front hand comes down across, blocks, and the other hand comes out and strikes with the heel of the hand. Let's try that again. Swooping up, fingers together, palms facing down, knuckles together, turn the fists over, protecting the down chin. Take your right hand, come up under the chin and out. Left fist on the crock of the elbow, open the hands up, block across, back down to the waist as you come across with the other hand and strike. All right, come in, out, fist on the crock of the elbow, open the hands, block down, and strike. Make 2 fists. Fist comes down, rotates up, under the chin and out. Again, this circular motion that we see so often in these arts. Other fist in the crock of the elbow, open the hands, strike and block. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've done opening metal. Everyone's doing that pretty well. And we'll do one more opening breath. Come down, make 2 fists, knuckles together, turn the fists over, under the chin, out, crock of the elbow, strike. Now what we're going to do is make 2 fists and turn the front fist over and bring it down and bring the other fist up under the elbow. All right. So you've got the heart of one fist up and the heart of the other fist under the elbow down. All right. So let's try that again. So we end with opening metal. We set up like that. Okay. So one more time. We start with opening metal, make 2 fists, we set up. All right. Now, one hand is going to come in and rotate across and down, and the other hand is going to rotate out. All right. So you get that movement. So we're here, set up. All right. One, you're going to turn the palms over. Turn the palms over. Now, the lower fist is heart up now. The fist that's extended, the left arm is heart down. All right. And we're going to then rotate one out and around and the other in like this and bring it back. So this has a kind of torsional feeling to it. As we draw back, this arm comes across and strikes across like this. And the energy of one hand coming back and one hand coming forward adds more energy to the strike, which is one application is a strike to the kidney, to the side. All right. And now the rest of it is easy. We're going to go to the other side. We just set up fist under elbow, turn both palms over, strike, rotate out and in. Set up, turn the fists over, strike, pull back. Set up, turn the fists over, strike, pull back. So starting at the beginning, the opening metal, we set up, we pull in and twist and strike out and around. And so you've got a lot of different things going on here, right? You've got the hands moving in a horizontal plane, right? In this horizontal plane. But at the same time, you've got this torsional energy forces moving in opposite directions, balancing each other out, all right? And so you can deliver a lot more energy using these torsional movements in opposite directions. It's very yin and yang, in a sense. It's this change that takes place. So you're not just doing this or this, you're doing something together that generates a, if you add all the forces up, they enhance and they enhance each other. They add to each other, all right? Okay, so that's water, and next week we're going to do fire, which will be the last element, right? So we've done 4. We're going to do fire next week, and then the week after that, I think what we'll do is just review everything. So now what I'd like to do is segue into Tai Chi. So let's go through the form. I want to leave some time for Marilyn to do some stuff with you guys. So we're going to go through the Sun style set, and we're well into doing it in the reverse direction. So sit up straight. Let's get in our Tai Chi position. Relax. Remember to go slow, to focus your attention on the movements. Slow, relaxed, and be mindful. Basically, focusing your attention, which means being mindful. That's all you have to do here. The rest, everything else, all of the other benefits will be derived directly from just following these simple principles, all right? So we come up, fingers pointing down, holding a ball, bring the ball in, down. So this is a circular motion down to the waist. We push out the fingers pointing straight out. Bring up the hands back to the chest and open and close. Breathe in, breathe out. Single whip, turn the palms facing out, push out a few inches, not far, and extend to the side. Your arm should be shaped like a sparrow wing, a swallow wing. All right? So you don't want to be too constricted or too far apart. It should look just about like this past the shoulders. All right. Now we're going to get set up for cloud hands. We're going to bring the right hand down in an arc across to the other side, lining up that palm underneath the left elbow. Keep the lower palm down near your waist. Keep the upper palm up, protecting your face. To set up for cloud hands right, we're going to switch the hands up and down. This is going to be a movement that's going to maintain its position at the left shoulder line, all right? Now we're going to move both hands together. Now the hands aren't moving, the waist is moving, all right? It looks like the hands are moving, but the waist is driving the hands to the other side. We switch on the other side, slowly up and down, and we basically turn both palms to the other side one more time, switching up and down. Turning to the other side. And now just as we reach the other side, just before stopping, we turn the lower hand up, sweeping it up and over, holding the ball as we turn at the same time facing forward. So all these movements flow together like water flowing at the same time. So we end up facing forward with the palms facing each other. Immediately we go slowly into open close, breathing in and out. Setting up for brush knee, we're going to rotate the palms, hands to the right, a point where the left fingers almost touch the right elbow as we turn at the same time to the right. So here what we're doing is we're winding up, right? Winding up, and now we're going to strike across, with the thumb down, sweeping across, blocking as we turn at the waist forward. Again, the waist is driving the force of the hands, pulling that sweeping hand across and in to the waist. That's the other palm strikes out. The next move is play the loop. We're going to bring the hand that's out and up, down. And this is going to be in a kind of like an oblong shape, an elliptoid shape, as the upper hand comes up, like turning a wheel. See the hands turning, like turning a wheel in this direction. And if you do this right, you'll feel an energy. You'll feel an energy, a force between these hands. You'll feel a connectivity between these hands. You'll feel a resistance, as if you're grabbing an arm, turning it over. Now we're going to do 2 deflections, followed by a parry and a punch. Turning the lower palm up, the upper palm down. We push out and pull in, sweeping the palms past each other. This is a deflection. And so you're going to be, it's not linear. It's not just in and out. It has a kind of, if you're looking at the sagittal plane, it's going kind of like a wave. One hand is going this way, the other hand is going this way. Right? So it actually looks like this. If you were going to do it as an exercise continually, one hand is coming in and out, but slightly sideways, an elliptoid type of motion. Again, allowing us to use this energy to deflect and on incoming force without resisting it, just kind of deflecting it aside. All right. All right. So we did play the loop. Turn the lower hand up. Deflect once. Turn the palms over. Deflect twice. All right. Make 2 fists. We're going to parry across as we punch up over that wrist like this. And so if we did it in this direction, we're here, make 2 fists, parry across and punch up. Now the other way of doing this, and Marilyn would probably prefer to do this, is to parry with the palm rather than trying to grab a wrist and pull it over. Because if you try to grab somebody punching at you and pull it over and you miss, well, you know, that's the end game, right? It's much easier to block something with an open palm. You have a bigger area to block across it. So the other way of doing this, the way I prefer to do it, is to parry across this way and punch under and over like this. The other way to do this, perfectly okay, instead of making a fist, is you come around, make with the right hand, leave the other hand open, and parry across and punch under. All right. So you can either parry or punch over, parry and punch under, using an open hand or a fist. So you have some flexibility with regard to the way you do this. We're going to do it this way. We're going to open both hands upwards. The calling block is the next move. Is we just, it's a beautiful fluid move. As after we complete that movement, we start to open up, and this is like 2 butterflies, right? And we sweep in, and now make sure that as you come down, you come in, and the elbows split down. So this is a splitting force. It should feel like a splitting force. You're not just pulling back. You're pulling back and down. And you should be able to make a triangle at the end of this and look through that triangle. And that's why this is called calling block. I'm not sure that's why it's called calling block. Yoo-hoo. You should be able to call through your hands. Okay, Marilyn agrees with that. Okay, so she comes back like this. Now, you don't want to come back and get too constricted like this, right? You want to maintain and kind of open feeling. Come back to about here. And then as you come back, now you're going to bring, really what you're doing here is you're splitting a force coming in and then bringing your hands down. All right. So she's coming in, I split her down, and then I come back and I push. All right. And she pushes in, and I pushes out, push out. Now, if you have a partner,
let's let them see what that looks like. All right, there you go.
So I'm sitting down. It doesn't matter. You can be sitting. All right. So calling block, push. Calling block.
Because I'm taller
push.
right now because I'm standing.
That's right. Calling block. So I'm adapting this a little bit. So my block's a little higher than it normally would be. Okay.
Let's see if we can both be seated.
Good. Okay. So now why do I come down here when I push? Well, I can push from here, but if I push from here, I'm just using my shoulders. But if I come down and bring my hands down here, now I'm using my core and it has more energy. All right.
You can do it seated.
This is a wonderful exercise that you can do with a partner.
Okay, now Rappy's going to be on top. And you block down. You split down. And I split up. And you split down. Right?
Okay, what she's showing is the defense to that. As I push in.
Give me a normal push wrap. So I block up, now you block down. Because both of us.
Oh, I'm blocking up now. Okay.
I'm blocking up and you're blocking down. That's it.
Okay, good.
So when you push, you're seeking to uproot. So it's an undercurve. See,
Yeah,
when you do it yourself, you get this beautiful oval. And then if you want to open lung meridian, you can stretch the elbow to elbow straight across, drop the elbows to the ribs, exhale, and you can feel your pecs tighten a little bit, your abs lean forward in your chair a little bit because you can't be on your feet. If you were on your feet, you'd be lunging in with your legs. But anyway, so you're touching your elbows to the sides of your rib cage
Pushing
and
down
expressing
in
out.
the chair.
You could, yeah. Ground into your feet. Yeah,
Through the chair.
Yes.
If you can't use your feet. You just use your body, your core. It's where all the strength is. So all these methods are really effective forms of self-defense in a sitting position.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people get attacked that are in wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that online of horrible bullies attacking people in wheelchairs.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Okay, and this is very simple. Now let's go through the form again, and we get to a point. Marilyn will demonstrate an application. All right, so I think this is a good format. All right, so we're at a point where we do calling block push, and then we come back in, we open and close. All right, now even this open and close movement has an application. I can't do this guy. So if I go,
Want to do it just like before?
Yeah. So this open and close simulates reaching out and smacking someone on the side, but it can also be done with the sides of the fist. Right? So in this case, I'd come in and try to, right, and then she'd reach out. Right?
What do you mean by? What do you want me to do?
Let's see.
If you want it to be literal,
you're going to split.
Punch me in the temples.
All right. So, you're going to do it. All right. So I'm going to do this. All right.
And now you come up with a double uppercut.
Double what?
Double uppercut. Come around, punch me in the chin.
Oh, okay. We're doing a different form. Okay.
Oh,
so she does this. I come up like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you do?
Well, I would do single up there.
Yeah, okay, we're getting into some
too complicated. Too complicated.
So anyway, after you learn Tai Chi, there are these two-person forms you do like this, and they're just like Tai Chi. They're choreographed. And the reason they're choreographed is it teaches you how to do it correctly over and over and over again, at least 1,000 or 10,000 times, to a point where you start to be fluent with it, like a language, and you don't think about it. All right, so we're getting a little bit adrift from the lesson today. So we do our open and close, okay? And now we're going to do the whole set in the opposite direction. Now, some of the moves are not right-handed or left-handed. Some of them, like open and close, are asymmetrical, or I mean symmetrical. They're not asymmetrical. So we end with open and close. And of course, we dispense with commencement because we already do that. We already did this. Okay, so this is movement number 12. Is we're going to go right into our single whip, and we're going to push out and extend. And now we're going to do cloud hands in the other direction. So before we set up with right hand under left, and now this time we set up with left hand under right. Slowly. We shift up and down. Now try to maintain that same distance between the hands as you make this movement. So the vertical alignment between the hands never changes. And then we'll push to the left, switch, pull to the right, turn the lower hand up, turn to face center and open and close. Okay. And now turning to the left, rotating the hands to the left, right fingers on left elbow, turn, look at the left palm, brush knee, cross, push, play the loop, bring the upper hand down, the lower hand up. This time we're turning the wheel counterclockwise rather than clockwise. We turn the lower hand up, the upper hand down to deflect. 1, 2. Make a fist. We're going to do it this in the second way that I taught you how to do this, where you make a fist with the back hand and we sweep across and parry as we punch up. Okay, now this time the punch is done with the eye of the fist up. Okay, so it's like this. Open the hands up, calling block, come down and push. Come in, open and close. Okay, one more, brush hands, brush knee to the left, cross. Now man walking, straightening out his clothes. Pull the upper, we turn the palms facing each other, pull the right palm up and forward, in front of the left, touch the left fingers to the right wrist, inside of the right wrist. Now we open the hands up like we're folding open a book, bring the hands in, up to the chin and out. Monkey offering fruit. And now turning both hands together, maintaining contact, the left fingers to the right wrist. We rotate the right palm up under the chin. Turn both palms facing out, using the left palm and fingers to guide that force forward. Come in and open and close. And so this movement is a deflection followed by a strike. And so what's going on here is you're deflecting an oncoming force, and you're continuing that motion around to the side it's almost like a whip is increasing that energy by that using this rotation until you can bring it back around and use it to push out. This has more energy than simply parrying aside or deflecting aside, bringing the hands in and pushing, because it uses a whip-like motion. It uses the waist, the turning of the waist with the hands to generate a greater force. It's very, very Tai Chi-ish. Bring the hands in, open and close. Okay. We're going to do another single whip, setting up for punch under elbow. We make a fist with the right hand, leave the left hand open, open it up, turn to the right, bringing the right fist around and back in an arc, like a circle, and punching under elbow as we block across again, parrying across. Okay. Now, I think this is probably where we ended. The next move is going to be is simply a brush knee, the way it was done in the first 12 movements. All you do to set up is open the lower hand, which is a fist, up, and just rotate in the position. So it's a very simple move. You just rotate into position, putting the left fingers on the right elbow. Now your palm is up cocked and you turn to the right and you brush knee across as you push. All right, so we're getting nearer and nearer, closer and closer to the end of the form. Now, the next one we're going to learn next week is called Repulse the Monkey. But I'll leave that until next week. Marilyn, you want to come in and do some work? So Marilyn's going to do some work with you guys. I don't know exactly what she's going to do. Marilyn is one of my teachers, actually. I studied with her and still do, for what, at least 3, maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Marilyn.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, peoples. So I was thinking about what you might need. Let me push this back a little bit. So sitting on the edge of your seat, let's do some pelvic rotations and tighten the lower abs. So the feet are hip width, firmly planted parallel, fingertips wrap over the knees, and rotate your pelvis forward, shorten the abs, the lower abs. Breathe in. So it's a pelvic contraction, and then arch the back, breathe out. And inhale, tighten lower abs. And arch the back, go sway back. All right, we're gonna add something now called a Taoist breath or reverse breathing. So let me see, maybe, shoot, what did I knock off? Christmas presents and statues. I want you to be able to see this line. So we're curling this way and this way, right? This part's moving.
Marilyn.
Yeah. My scarf's in the way. Okay. So here we go. So let's learn Taoist breath. So on the inhale, you're going to tighten the abs, just the opposite of the Buddhist breath. Inhale, tighten the abs and squeeze the perineum, the small muscle between the anus and the genitals. And then exhale, release. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. So like a pulse, inhale, tighten lower abs. Tuck the tailbone. Tuck your tail between your legs. Tight, tight, tight. You're trying to pee, not pee. Exhale like you're peeing on the toilet. Inhale, tighten. Suck up, suck inward and up. Exhale, release. All right, let's try that same pattern with the upper body. So we're going to make our knuckles point towards each other and drop the head. And let's squeeze the knees together. Inhale, tighten. Open the knees, lift the chest, head back. Exhale, release. And inhale, tighten. Squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale through your chest, tighten your abs, tighten your perineum. Exhale, release. Using the weight of your head. All right, let's try another resistance one. This is, I'm working on trying to reduce the effect of being seated a lot, okay? I just drove from the Bay Area to Mexico and back. Well, not all the way back. So it's very stagnating to be seated. So let's use our two fists touching, put them between your knees and squeeze on your fists. Squeeze your legs together and you can breathe in, tighten your abs. And now put your palms on the outside of your knees. Actually, let's just do natural breathing. It's too much to think about. It's too much to think about. Let's just do the movement. And squeeze in against the fists between your knees. And then push out. Okay, let's just lean on one leg. Upper body pushing down and resist. Resist with the leg. And then release. Other side. Let's do some other arm resistance stuff. Let's see. All right, let's do a Tai Chi thing, which is a crossover. So spread the arms, fingers up on one side, touch the nail beds to each other and the thumb to the finger pads. Hook on the other side. This is called single whip. And now let's switch. And switch. And switch. Okay, now if you can, look past the fingertips. Head turn. And head turn. And head turn. And head turn. All right, I'm going to expand on something Rafi was teaching you. It's a movement called part the main. So we're going to think about 6 directions of force, which are up and down, forward and back, left and right. So one hand's going to be horizontal, one hand's vertical. Either one, it doesn't matter which one. And we're going to, as if you're petting something on your wrist, and then you're going to point to the opposite corners of the room. And when you get there, exhale, relax, okay? We're going to attach this one to breath. It's going to go nice and slow so you can think about all the elements. Inhale, tighten your perineum. Come to center. Exhale, relax. Inhale, go to the opposite corners. You look the direction of the up corner once you memorize this. Relax in the corners. And again, inhale, 2 curves coming together. Exhale, point. Inhale. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, tense breath. Squeeze perineum. Exhale, you got there. So in your mind's eye, it's like, oh, I'm really nervous. I'm on a trip. I'm trying to get there. Oh, I got there. Now I can relax. Okay, so here's, oh, I got there. I can relax. Inhale, tight. Exhale, relax. Expand on the exhale. Inhale, contract. Very uptight. Am I going to make it there? Oh, dear. Home base, I reached there. Exhale. Ah, inhale. Exhale. In. Okay, come down to your stomach meridian, across your fronts of your knees, palms here, like that. Yeah. Ah. But we're going to work on another problem from prolonged sitting, which is the collapsing of the spine, the head sloping forward. So we don't want that to happen ever. If you're confined to the wheelchair for the rest of your life, we don't want that to happen. So when you gently lift your crown point, use the tip of the tongue on the upper palate, pushing upwards gently, as if to push your crown point straight up to heaven, but don't push hard, just gently. So that helps that little lift in the cervical spine so you don't get this kind of dowager's hump, slumped overhead thing, which a lot of people that aren't wheelchair bound, unfortunately, get that posture. you know, unless they're a dancer or they do Kung Fu or something. Okay, so I'd like you, we're just gonna do that contract and drop the chin to the chest, hollow pelvis. So that's exhale, like someone punched you in the stomach. Breathe in, lift the sternum. Head back and breathe out. Exhale, Buddha's breath, tight abs. Like someone punched you in the stomach. And inhale up. Exhale. Okay, let's try squeezing our knees together. Inhale. Tip of the tongue still. Exhale. Using the weight of the head. Inhale, lift the sternum. The heart, lifting the heart to heaven to feel joy. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So I recommend doing those a lot to help your posture because of seated. I don't know if you guys drive or look at the internet a lot, but we get a frozen head position. So this is something I try to do every day. And when you get more advanced, you can connect it to a breath. So you're going to exhale, gaze straight ahead. Inhale, look down as hard as you can so you feel your eye muscles pulling. Feel a sensation in your eyes. And then follow with your neck and look through your chest. And then exhale, gaze straight ahead, relax. So that's just like, ooh, it's a lot of work. All right, inhale, look up as hard as you can without moving your head. If you're more advanced, you can connect it to Taoist breath and then look back. So this pressure is going to help your thyroid, stimulate blood flow to the brain. Now the blood is rushing back into the jugular veins because we pressed it out. Let's try it again. This is doing a lot. Inhale, look down as hard as you can, and then head follows. Using the weight of the head to stretch the vertebrae in the neck or the cervical spine. Exhale, look straight ahead. And again, inhale, look up as hard as you can, and then back. Exhale, look straight ahead. Okay, we can use the arms to stretch across lung meridian here. So, or you can keep the hands here, either one. So we're going to go side to side, and let's exhale front, pupils gaze front, and then inhale, look hard to the side with your eyes, and then push and look behind. Keep stretching your eyes, and if you have the presence of mind, tight perineum, and relax out center. Inhale, side eye, head follows. Gaze straight ahead. And rapid, let me know the time because I don't want to run over. And let's go to the left. And front. And to the right. And front. All right, we're going to do more of a free form one. Is it time to stop? I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. You guys let me know. All right. I don't want to run.
Leslie, what time is it now?
We have 5 more minutes.
Why don't you take
Okay.
take
All right. So you can expand on this on your own because Rafi's going to close you out. So I just want you to use the weight of your head to stretch your neck and have it be free form. Don't think about your breath. So just let your head flop down and find the little tight areas and then move into them. And you can even point away and you'll feel a lot of stretching and just explore your whole periscopic, if that's a word, range of motion in your neck. Do it slow so you don't wrench anything. Feel where it gets tight and just kind of relax into it, stretch. Find the tight spot, use the weight of your head. And so explore that on your own, and then let's just do some shoulder circles, and then I'm gonna bring it back to your main man, Sifu. Okay, so you're making circles one way and circles the other. So when you move your arms like that, you're massaging your lungs from the back, right? With your shoulder blades. You want to get the tissue of your back moving. All right, over and out.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that Sifu Marilyn has an organization, a nonprofit organization called Pushing for Peace. And if you go online and you Google Pushing for Peace, you'll get probably connected with her website. What it is, I'll show you what it looks like. It's what it looks like, the bird and the snake, the beginnings of Tai Chi. It's called, she's put together a series of Tai Chi exercises developed to teach Tai Chi to kids and to teach Tai Chi and the basic principles of Tai Chi, which are non-resistance to kids.
To reduce violence.
To help kids navigate through this world of confrontedness. And it teaches yielding, the concepts of yielding and cooperativity. Like I say, a series of 9 exercises. This has been given, this course is given all over the world by a group of people called Pushing for Peace ambassadors. So anyway, it's a really interesting stuff, and it's fun for adults too. I don't know if you can do this in the same position.
You can do them. You can do them. You can do a lot of them, not all of them.
Okay, so again, go online. Her school is Little River Tai Chi.
Little River Kung Fu.
Little River Kung Fu, excuse me, and Pushing for Peace and the Peace Games. So I'd like to close with some a gentle Qigong exercise. Sitting up straight, hands on our laps. And just like the commencement in the forms, bring the hands up, breathing in, push down. Marilyn will like this because she taught it to me. Come up. And open your palms up, palms facing in, and pull in. Feel a gentle resistance, pulling in, breathing in. Turn the palms facing out, push out. Slowly, gently open the palms, holding a ball, and extend all the way out. Back, try to touch your shoulder blades together. Breathing in, and I'll gently come back, push the center, holding a ball. One more time, in. Feel the energy. Extend out. Relax. Breathe. Do a body scan. Relax as you're breathing. Your shoulders relax. Are you raising your crown? Push in. See if you can relax into your chair. Come back. Push in. Open and close. Breathe in and out. Turn the palms facing down and in. Okay. Okay, great. So we'll see you all next week. Have a great week. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
Sifu Ralf, I had a quick question, please.